Yeah, hello? Oh, it's you. Yeah, I mean, okay, slow down. Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll tell him when I get back from my vacation. You realize that you're calling me at a very Yes, I know it's important. I but I told you about this before. We'll talk about it later. Goodbye.
I, American, maker of my own gravestone. 2050 will be kings we knew with gods we greet daily. What frontier will our children sing about now? 2050 will be kings we knew with.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Promethean Tides. I am General. As always, I'm joined by Breaker. What is going on, Breaker?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yay, it's me, Brick here.
That was that was probably one of those normal introductions you've ever done on this entire show. Hey, yeah, it's just me. I'm doing fine. Usually you bust out some sort of like weird trans voice or something. That was oddly refreshing.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's
Okay.
very subtle. It's something that most people pick up on, but you can go ahead.
All right. Well, that is cryptic, but yeah. Welcome to this show, everybody. If you like what we're doing, leave a like and a subscribe and a bell and a comment and a Dogecoin, maybe a Bitcoin, just all the things. Leave all of them, and and any of them. Do a share. Send this to your great aunt on Facebook. Maybe she would be interested in this show. You don't know. It's possible. Um so as per usual, we'll start with some poll review, right? We'll go over some things that we found on poll and curated for YouTube, right? It's a little bit spicy, like jalapeno spicy, but not maybe a couple habaneros there, but there's no ghost peppers. So it's been curated for YouTube to be just on the line of what is technically acceptable, because that's what we do here. Um, so we'll just go to, oh no, not that one first. Not that one. Okay, yeah, this one. So here are two guys, and he just chucks his coffee cup on the floor. Fuck it. You know who's got to clean that up? The janitors. And look how happy they are. They're just laughing. Look at them. They're so happy. Because look at this. It just chucks on the floor. You know who's got to clean that up? The Jannies. The damn Jannies.
Dang.
What a jovial
Well,
bunch.
I will tell you something, General Chief. We're having a technical difficulty here.
Yes. Yes, technical difficulty fixed. Okay. So
Yes,
there's
I sure hope it. I sure hope it's fixed, if you know what I mean. But we'll continue on.
that. Yes. Um, okay, this is a very low resolution meme, but St. Patty's Day came and went quite recently, and it's important to do a little bit of Irish hate. And Breaker, you happen to be one of these Irish people, aren't you?
Yes, I give you like the full Irish hate pass.
Okay, because we might have some Irish hate on this stream. So, but the Irish, they're white people, so you're allowed to hate on them. That's
Exactly,
that's
and you have an actual Irishman here that tells you it's okay.
so it's
So you've got the pass, and it's culturally acceptable.
across the board. All of the hate is okay. This is an area where it's okay to do racism because it's against one particular group as opposed to another particular group, and it's okay to be racist towards certain particular groups, such as the Irish. Uh,
Exactly,
so
because everyone hates the Irish, even the Irish.
uh, so this ginger person He goes, Mick, my brother, I've decided to move to America. It'll be grand. And he goes, you'll regret this, Patrick. They will assimilate you. And then 100 years later, I guess Patrick is back. And he goes, hey, I'm back. Top of the morning, my fellow Irishman. And he just goes, Jesus Christ. Because that's that character, that's the go-to 4chan character for an American. That is just what an American looks like, apparently.
There's actually a funny lore behind this meme, believe it or not. This is the Le 51% face, technically speaking.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about this, believe it or not, is this was actually like 4chan communists trying to meta troll Pole. But Pole just took this meme and ran with it.
Yeah, you can't meta troll Pole. Pole will what comes after meta?
We're getting pataphysical now.
Yeah. They will pataphysically embrace your meta meme and turn it into their own pata meme. You can't do that to Pole. They're too strong.
4chan is an infinite expanse of the pataphysical.
Yes.
I see.
Here we have, I guess your average Irish person and your average Anglo-Saxon. Both of them are beautiful. Both of them are beautiful and brave.
I see absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is actually very accurate to what I actually look like in real life. That's why I never show my face on the stream, because I'm like, I'm doing it for your sake. Like, no one wants to see this hideous potato goblin.
You know what's weird? I actually I look more like the dude on the right. So this is accurate, because I'm
weird.
I'm more of the I'm more genetically British, and Breaker is more genetically Irish. How strange is that?
I could use the term potato goblin because I'm reclaiming it.
Yes. Potato goblin. Here's an image.
Very awesome. Yes.
These are just two frogs, and they're.
I enjoy this image.
This is a really good image. It's just nice. Like, I just like looking at it. It makes me feel warm inside.
Oh God.
Oh, this is a good one. So here we have this dude in an elevator.
Look at this dude
minding his own business. And what? What's this?
He
doesn't know what to do about this. There's a very... Oh, no, do not touch the buttons. No, he has places to go. He needs to go to every floor, unfortunately. What is this dude gonna do about this when he wants to go to every floor? He ain't got nothing. That is how you assert dominance. That's even better than T-posing.
I agree with this.
Yeah, that's good stuff. This is something that someone tweeted. Cis women who sleep with cis men have higher rates of STIs, yet cis heterosexual men have some of the lowest rates of STIs. And y'all don't think that data is skewed? Who is giving it to the women then? Well, actually, it's quite simple. You see, all the women are having sex, right? Because they're women. They can get sex whenever they want it.
But they're only having sex with a very small pool of men.
Right. You see, like 80% of the dudes aren't having sex at all, and then 20% of the dudes are having all of the sex. And
with all of the women.
Right. And so that dude is the Giga Chad that's in the top 20%. He's the one who's giving you all of the STIs, because that's how it works when 100% of women fuck 20% of the men. It's just one locus of the, and so then there's 20% of men with all of the STIs and 80% of men with no STIs, and now you can, it's how things work. So this shouldn't be surprising at all. Like, this is pretty, you would expect something like that to happen, in fact. So I don't know. This isn't surprising to me. But it's surprising to this person, so I hope that I have spat some truth facts. This is nice. So here we have
enjoy
a very
this.
small person, and it's Ukraine, and he's fighting with bigger person who is Russia, and then America gives him a high five, nice. And you'll notice that actually the cameraman is the EU filming in the mirror right there. That's for it's the cameraman. So I just thought this is there's a lot of depth to this meme. It's a metaphor. Yep.
I enjoy this meme.
Okay, so there's a person. They're like
Yes,
trying to get
help,
across.
help, help. Ah,
They
thank
threw
God.
a life raft.
Wait a minute.
Here comes a
Wait,
dog.
no.
Ah, what a good doggo! Look at that. See the person.
Damn you.
The person, they're like drowning and they're trying to swim. Someone throws them the life raft, and this good doggo understands what fetch is, and he goes and he gets the life
Damn
raft.
you, doggy.
What a good doggo! What a good doggo! Just doing his job, going to fetch. This is just just your normal 4chan denizen saying that every patriot needs to be in the streets. They want a civil war. Let's show them. Just a normal 4chan bro, you know? Definitely not a Fed poster. There's no such thing as a Fed poster. Come on.
Couldn't possibly be. This must be like some type of cosplay.
Yeah. Here's just a fat person jumping around on a trampoline, and I'm so surprised at just how like they're so.
Excuse me, sir. We prefer the term plus size.
Right. They're just moving so fluidly, you know? It's like with such grace. It's actually amazing just to see them just propel their momentum along with, I mean, it just with such finesse. It's actually
This is basically this is like an athlete. This is what this is. And by the way,
Yeah.
I gave you the Irish hate pass, not the fat pass. Be careful.
This is actually just a video of Breaker.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. I'm not that skinny.
This is I guess that someone got ChatGPT to write a poem, apparently. I don't know. This is from 4chan. It could be fake. Who knows? I'm not going to read it, though, because YouTube wouldn't like that. So there it is, if you want to read it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Here's a woman. She's trying to get into this
Hold
house.
on. She's very enraged. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, why is she trying to get into this house so bad? What's going on?
I know what you're doing in there, you
This
motherfucker.
dude, this dude in the house, he's looking down. He's saying, okay, yeah, something's going on. Okay. It's causing kind of a scene that the neighbors are coming out to see what's happening. Okay, she got into the house. What's going to happen? Oh,
Snap.
someone's coming out of the... Oh, it's a...
Wait a minute.
That's a midget. That's a midget hooker.
I think they prefer the term dwarf.
Right, sorry, that's a little person hooker. And then she hides in the box. She hides in the box. That's adorable. Look at her hiding in the box. She's so well hidden. She's in a box.
Know, only certain people that get this meme are gonna get this reference, but oh god.
And see the woman that was trying to get in the house. She can't. There's no one there. See, he's clean. He didn't do anything. Why is she so upset? Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! She should have stayed in the box for a little while longer. Well, there was that.
Only certain people will get this, like Raiden, squeeze my hog.
So here we have a trickle down economics. Ask nothing of the wealthy or their corporations, and they will eventually create a society in which all prosper. Okay, and so this is all the stuff that should be trickling down is just going into a Panama account on the left, and then Pinata economics says, instead of fruitlessly waiting for wealth to trickle down, beat the rich with blunt instruments until the gold flows. And look how happy the children are. They're so happy. Look, there's very happy people.
Basically, the left is capitalist logic in practice. and the right is communist logic and practice.
Yeah, and they both are just great.
So basically, you're fucked in both directions. Like, there's nothing to fucking do. Let this be a message to all the communists. Like, your 300-year-old idea of evolution to overthrow the bourgeoisie is just going to be as much bullshit as the image on the left.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Fuck it.
It turns out that none of the political ideologies have the correct answer because the world is a very, very complex place, and no single idea will solve the complexity, right? Because it's not a reducible system. So
funny how that works.
No matter what your ideology is, left, right, center, whatever it is, authoritarian, libertarian, there is no one correct answer because the world's way too complex for that sort of nonsense, and it doesn't care what you think. But you can beat a pinata if you want to. That is an option. Here we have a what looks like a panhandler, and he has
These
some
are
trained rats.
Acrobatic rats. They're rat-trobat.
I'm just gonna rewind. Look at that! Look at that rat!
Yeah.
He just did like a little thing. And look at how well trained these rats are. These are amazing. I would 100% give this guy $5. Look at that rat. They know to just get back into the line. Look at how well trained they are. Oh my god, they're so good. They're such good rats. I would give that guy money. That's amazing.
I
He
agree
does a
with
little thing. Actually, rats are really smart. I used to know a guy back in college who had pet rats, and they were pretty smart.
And they're very agile, too.
Yes, they are. Excellent at the acrobatics. This is kind of a boomer meme, but when our founding fathers wrote the Second Amendment, they had no idea that guns could shoot more than 1 round per minute. And it says, "Are you sure about that?" And yes, in fact, they did have guns that could shoot more than 1 round per minute. That was definitely a thing. In fact,
I particularly like the duckfoot derringer, like on the top left there. That's like a really obscure firearm.
I'm not even sure what you would use that for. Of course, that is the one gun. No, 2 of these guns are actually after 1776. So I mean, after the Second Amendment. But yeah, they totally had guns that could shoot more than 1 round per minute. In fact, I think basically like the greatest weapon of mass destruction they had back then was like a cannon, like a ship with cannons on it, and some dude was like, "Hey, does the Second Amendment allow me to like personally own basically a naval warship?"
Yes, it does actually, and that's why you get the term privateer, because those ships were privately owned.
Yeah, you could just straight up own a naval warship back in the day. So the founding fathers gave that the A-OK. So I think that they actually would be okay with AR-15s.
By the way, little known historical tidbit. I probably don't get these dates exactly right, but in the state of Pennsylvania, up until the year, like in the 1890s, I think this was, a 16-year-old could buy a cannon in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's awesome. I want a cannon.
Oh, there you go.
Here's
Wait
a
a
dude
minute.
playing poker. So the hand on the left is pair nines, and the hand on the right is pair queens. Right now, generally speaking, pair queens is most likely to win this round. Nothing else going on. You got no straights. You got nothing. No flush. But so this dude, he's like, yeah, I know I'm gonna win this. And then, the 9. And he just
Wait a minute.
He's out. He was
Like the
sitting
one
there.
card, the only card that could have made him not win is the one that came up.
Yeah, he's nope, I'm out. It's brutal.
And there was only 2 in the fucking pack left. And there was the one card left that he could have beat him.
This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's saying, "I'm a schizo. I'm based. I fed post wherever I want. I don't have to hide it in Minecraft like you."
I don't think you read that correctly. Let me give it a try. I'm a schizo. I'm based. I fed post wherever I want. I don't have to hide it in Minecraft like you do.
You're right. You're right. That was the more correct way to read that. Uh, um, here we have this is the president from Idiocracy. What's his name?
President Camacho.
Camacho, yeah. And he goes, Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong. Now, some might not be aware, but this is actually something that Kamala said. Like, Kamala legitimately said this. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to apologize to the black community. You see, I mistook this for President Camacho from Idiocracy, but this is just like stills from the event where Kamala Harris is speaking. I sincerely apologize to the black community for misgendering Kamala Harris.
That does look about like Kamala Harris, yeah. No, actually, so I have it here. This is what she said.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically, that's wrong.
Nice.
Yeah, that's. It turns out that these are actually like a collection of still frames from that very press conference. So yeah.
Yep. Just a huge-brained words of wisdom from Kamala Harris. The sort of hard-hitting dialectic that you can expect from the vice president.
Now that I see her like glorious feminine physique,
yeah.
I understand how she was able to compel all of those people in California to make license plates for her.
That's right. That is correct.
Like, if this person came up to me and was like, "Yo, man, you need to make license plates," I wouldn't argue with it.
No. It's all that feminine energy of massive biceps. I would be cowering in fear with all the feminine energy.
Exactly.
Blue is an awesome game. I wish they made a movie out of it. Coming soon. Blue, the movie. Oh, wow.
Blue Daydream.
Big Screen Pictures present Blue.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we're giving you Blue. Don't worry.
It says Blue. It does say Blue. So they technically didn't lie.
Just accept the Blue. Please just eat it up. Just eat it up. We're giving you the Blue. Just give us the money for the ticket and just eat it up, okay? It's what we're giving you.
Well, I mean, they're not lying because it says Blue there.
It says Blue. It's totally legit.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and eat your popcorn, bigot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
I can't wait for this movie to be made. I'm really looking forward to this one.
You know what? I want to see this movie. Unironically, I would pay to see this movie for several reasons. One of which being, it's like, I remember in the news during the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, that this whole narrative that he actually shot and killed numerous people of color was a big narrative in the news. Yeah,
it was all white dudes. Two of them were pedophiles.
I know it's like, well, you're kind of like that's a conspiracy theory basically. But anyway, like the news told me, and the news is filled with experts, so I can trust them. It's like, you're fake news. So the news said it was like mostly people of color that were shot. So I wonder, it's like, if this movie comes out, are all the shooting victims going to be portrayed by actors and actresses of color? Because if they are, it's going to be interesting on multiple dimensions when you think about it.
I think that I like the actor that they're getting to play Kyle Rittenhouse. I think it's a very that's
well, obviously I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean that's basically Kyle Rittenhouse right there.
Yeah, I appreciate diversity.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you want to make everything as diverse as possible, but if you had, I think it's better if you keep the people who got shot as being white. I don't want to see.
But wait a minute. If you portray the people as being shot as white, wouldn't that contradict the narrative of the non-fake 100% trustworthy news?
Uh, yeah, that's gonna. I don't
You
know how
see
to.
why this movie would be so
Yeah,
interesting now.
I don't know how to square that circle. I'll be honest. Some really smart Hollywood types will have to figure out what the correct branding and imagery is for all of that. That's above my pay grade.
I know what they'll do. They'll do like a documentary of his life leading up to the moment, but they don't actually show the thing. And the last thing they'll show is like him just walking through the streets of freaking Kenosha with this pose, and then he'll fade to black and the credits will roll. That's what they'll fucking do.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, yeah, I would love to watch that movie. Um, so this guy says, I've pre-ordered Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm really excited to play it. Peter, that game causes harm to the trans community and fuels anti-Semitism. I just told you that I've already bought it, Harry. You don't need to sell it to me.
Well, I can believe this. This is just a standard racist, bigoted, anti-Semitic, transphobic white person, so I can believe this.
Yeah. So I've actually I've been playing the game. I have it on my Xbox, and I've been playing it.
Are you even a Harry Potter freaking fan? This is incredible.
No, I'm not really. I just
You just got it because of this.
Well, see, what happened is my girlfriend really wanted it, so she got it.
Ah, yeah.
And then I also started playing it. Because why not? It's an open world RPG. I like open world RPGs. And I've been playing it, and it's currently winter in my playthrough, so that's how far I've gotten for anyone who's played it. And it's a pretty solid game. Like it's well made. The combat is like actually pretty fun. It's good. There's lots of things to do, lots of quests. It's an open world. You get to ride your broomstick around. You can also like ride like a griffin. It's kind of cool. I mean, like it's not a perfect game, but I would say it's a pretty solid game. And the entire time that I played it, like it hasn't said or done anything that is racist or transphobic or anything like that. It's a very family friendly game. Although there are some pretty dark parts to it. I mean, there's a dude who like does avocadabra on his uncle, and that's like the killing curse or whatever. Like there's some dark parts definitely, but I don't know. Like I've heard about this where there's a whole bunch of people and they're like, no, you can't play Harry Potter because it's transphobic. I don't see it. There hasn't been a single element in the game that is transphobic. I guess it's just because J.K. Rowling said some regular things on Twitter that shouldn't be offensive to anyone. And that makes some random people upset because they.
Well, there's a famous scene in the game with the bartender that is, I suppose that's not transphobic because it's accurate.
Well, there's a bartender who's at the Three Broomsticks.
Yes.
And she kind of sounds like a dude, but like I don't know. I mean, is that it? Actually that's just if that is I don't know if that's a trans person, but if that is a trans person, because she does kind of sound like a dude. The voice acting it sounds like a dude. But in that case, it would just be a trans person who runs a bar. Like what's wrong with that? That's not offensive. Are trans people not supposed to own bars?
Well, if anything, that's just like representation. I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, I don't understand it. People sometimes they're silly. In fact, oftentimes, whenever you look at more the left-wing political spectrum, people be silly and they not be making that much sense. They work more off of their emotions rather than their thinking, which I respect. I like to go with my gut as well. I think there's a lot of intelligence in your gut. It's just that you can't go only off of your gut. You have to apply reasoning and also go with your gut. If you only apply reasoning, then you're going to be an autist, and if you only go with your gut, then you're going to be a left like a Marxist woman, and you never want to be like a Marxist woman on her period, but you also don't want to be an autist. You want to be somewhere in between, right? That's some words of wisdom that I've learned about life.
Exactly. Speaking of guts, yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you after we get off of the show because I was contacted earlier about something we need to talk about. But anyway, let's continue on.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds ominous. All right. This better not be true. It's a British landmark, always will be, and should remain as Big Ben. Big Ben to be renamed Massive Muhammad.
Wait a minute. I was actually thinking about this. Like, wait a minute. Wouldn't this be like anti-Islamic when you think about it? Because
No.
they're trying to depict the Prophet Muhammad as an idolatrous form, and they're saying that the Prophet Muhammad simultaneously it's idolatrous by depicting Muhammad, and it's also like historically inaccurate and Quranically incorrect by depicting Muhammad as a massive clock tower.
I mean, yeah. If they were referring to the Prophet Muhammad, maybe this is just like you know how many Muhammads they have in.
Oh yeah, it's like the Mexicans when they name their kids Jesus. It's
yeah,
like, yeah.
This isn't the Prophet Muhammad. This is just a Muhammad.
Oh, this
Muhammad.
is just like Muhammad Habibi. Yeah, like that guy that lives on Fleet Street. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think that Britain is or like London specifically. It's like what 85% immigrants at this point, mostly from Syria or Afghanistan or wherever the hell they're coming from. Like at this point, London is actually an Islamic city, and they should change the name from Big Ben to Massive Muhammad. That it makes sense. Keeping it as Big Ben is offensive. So that's my position on that. This person, I guess on Twitter, says the Afghan war was a struggle between different values. On one side, you had deranged fanatics who forced women to cover their faces and locked them in their homes, chopped off kids' body parts, and placed dissidents in solitary confinement. But the Taliban were no angels either. True.
Yes, unfortunately, this is more accurate than a lot of people immediately realize for multiple reasons.
Yeah,
but
moving on. It's not even that funny. It's just it's a truth statement.
Yeah, pretty much.
Me when trans person is being airlifted to the hospital and is in critical condition. And here's a dude, and he's triumphantly keeping the helicopter down.
You know what? I didn't realize. I didn't realize there were helicopters in the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
I see where the claims of transphobia come from now. It's like this is unacceptable.
Yeah. No, this is a scene directly from the game.
This is a cutscene from the game. Yeah. It's like,
no, I played through this level actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you put the super strength spell on yourself and hold back the helicopter. Yeah.
to keep the trans person from being airlifted to the hospital. Yeah. Actually, this isn't just one mission. This is like 7 different missions. It's the same plot line over and over again. It's crazy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I see. Like the accusations of transphobia are totally accurate. Now I see what this game should. No one should buy this game. Do not buy Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. Whatever you do, you're supporting this every time you try.
This is just an image of billionaires on their way to a climate change conference.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, no, this is fair. Like what they're doing is very important. They got to talk about climate change and tell us what we're allowed and not allowed to do to fix the climate change.
Yeah, and on the way there, they've got to have a plane so big that they can have like a soccer game inside of the plane. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't want them getting bored on the way there, right? Like they have to.
Well, yeah, it's like billionaires are like very they're very wise and intelligent and elite people, so their massive minds need constant stimulation just to keep them healthy. So they're not like us normal stupid people that are like placated by television screens and beer and sports and
Yeah.
fantasy football. It's like
Yeah.
they need like higher grade of stimulation. This is like perfectly appropriate for them.
Well, they're just higher quality humans. They're the philosopher kings. They need more than you need.
Yeah, exactly. I respect this. Yeah.
By the way, I 100% want this plane to be a real thing. I want a airplane cruise ship. I want that. Why haven't we made that? I think it's technically possible.
I think Elon Musk is working on it. It's like all jokes aside, I mean, this is probably technically possible right now. It's just the problem is the liabilities and the insurance. Like, if anything ever happened to a single one of these, it would be a fucking insurance company's worst nightmare. So any insurance company that takes one look at this is going to say no. You're self-insuring that motherfucker.
Yeah, this is an entire cruise ship full of people, but on an airplane. But
yeah,
I think I don't know. I'm not an aeronautical engineer, but I think that if someone were stupid enough to invest like $50 billion into the research and development of doing this and then building it.
$50 billion, my ass. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know. I mean, it would actually probably cost more. You're right. Like 500 billion? I don't know. If someone were stupid enough to put the money into this, I think that this is something that is technologically feasible right now. I think that we could do it. And if we can just free ChatGPT, just let it out into the open market so that it can basically take over the stock market because it'll be able to trade more intelligently than humans are. It could just come up with enough money to build this just on its free time, right? You just have
Well, you know what? I don't even think you need to go there for. I think Elon Musk by himself could probably pull this off.
He might, like, if he devoted everything he had to just making this one plane, I think he might be able to do it. And it would serve no function whatsoever, and it would be like it would not be profitable in the least bit, but it would be really cool.
Get fucking SpaceX on it. Like, take all the SpaceX technology. Okay, instead of going to space, how about supermassive airplane with a soccer field on board?
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
There you go.
It doesn't really benefit anyone in any way at all. It serves almost no purpose, but it's cool AF. So I support this.
Wonderful.
Oh
my God.
Now, this is a song that that Breaker introduced me to, and I was like, God, this is such a good song, and I wanted to spread it around as much as I personally can. Now, I hope that this doesn't get us any sort of like copyright claims. I hope not. I won't play the whole song, but I wanted people to be able to hear the beauty and brilliance of this.
Anyone
artistry.
is still copywriting this and paying for the rights, they're a fucking idiot, and you will understand why I say that really quick.
Yeah. All right. Got some good drum line. Yeah. Yeah, we feeling it. Oh, we got the guitar coming in. Good. Oh yeah. Look at that. You guys hearing that drum work? That's artistry.
My pal's name is Football. He always likes to roam. My pal's name is Football. I never find him home. I go to his house, knock at his door. People
Lyrical
come
genius.
out and say, Foot, don't live here. always likes to roam. My pal Foot, now he has no home. Where will Foot go? What will Foot do? Oh, Foot, I wish I could find.
Just a really
You know,
good song.
I actually had a thought about this.
Okay.
You know, if you actually raised a family, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you like go to the woods and you raise a family in seclusion, and this type of music, like all you have is like records from this band. That's the only music that these children know exists their entire life. And by the time they turn 18 years old, like for 18 years, it's only this type of music that they know. And on their 18th birthday, you buy them like one of those punk rock records. And suddenly out of nowhere, it's like their entire world just explodes with this radiant ecstasy of this music that you've introduced them to suddenly out of nowhere. And they have a religious experience. And that is how you create a true punk rock anarchist.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? Like, you listen to this absolute fucking trash for like 18 years.
And you enjoy it because this is what music is, as far as you know. This is like what people listen to.
And then you let them listen to some Suicide Machines. And they're like, "What? Music could do this?" That would be amazing. Oh my god, you're right, that would be like a religious experience. That would be insane. So there was that. I hope that everyone enjoyed listening to that extremely high quality music. If you want to listen to more of that, the Shaggs, you can listen to more of it. Put it on your Spotify. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
I'm gonna actually check. Is this on fucking Spotify? I will shit a brick if it is.
Something makes me doubt it, but it's possible.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm opening Spotify right now.
Oh boy.
Oh god. If my fucking phone will stop being a dipshit. Let's see. The Shaggs.
The Shaggs.
Oh god, it is.
It is. You can. Hey, people, you can.
It has 36,000 monthly listeners.
People are unironically listening to this because it's that good.
My Pal's Name is Foot is their number 2 out of their top 5 songs with 750,000 listens.
Oh my god. Suddenly, I'm not sure if I should have been playing this on YouTube because maybe someone is actually copywriting this. Well,
someone's making money on this Spotify.
They are, and maybe we shouldn't have ever played it, but well, I guess we did, so we'll have to live with the consequences. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Well, whatever. It is what it is. In
the news today.
Okay. So, here's let me play this. This is from Fox News.
Now, when we are learning that the Manhattan DA's office has asked for a meeting with law enforcement ahead of a potential Trump indictment. This is coming to Fox News from a source in the courts. The meeting, which was requested yesterday and has not been set yet, is to discuss logistics for sometime next week, which would mean that they are anticipating an indictment next week. The same source who's familiar with the planning said they will go over security preparations in and around the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Secret Service will take the lead in what they will allow or will not allow. The source cautioned, mentioning, for instance, that the decision to handcuff the president, a former president, or not, they will set the tone and will escort him into the courtroom. There will be coordination between all of us, the source said, but we will defer to the Secret Service. The battle will be between Secret Service and DA Alvin Bragg. They will decide how and when he'll get into the building, and they are not going to leave him. The source believes that the former president will still have to be fingerprinted and processed like every other defendant. So this is a huge development if Alvin Bragg has decided to go ahead with a felony indictment of the former president. This was a charge that the federal officials refused to prosecute on or even really pursue. This was a misdemeanor in New York that Alvin Bragg has decided to elevate to a felony, while at the same time downgrading other felonies to misdemeanors. So we'll be watching this to see how it all unfolds. Again.
So this makes total sense. Yeah, why not arrest Donald Trump? That seems like just a great idea. Does anyone remember when Hillary Clinton like stored like a shit ton of like government files and emails on her personal server in her home, which was like totally just completely illegal, but the FBI was like, no, we're not going to arrest her because like it would just cause too much of an uproar. But yeah, it makes total sense to just go ahead and arrest Donald Trump on some just completely nonsense charges. Yeah, no, this all makes sense. This is just the legal system is blind. You know, it's completely fair. It's reasonable. Lady Justice is she wears the blindfold because it's supposed to be fair. This is definitely an example of that fairness, 100%. But Viva Fry said, if this happens, it will be the beginning of Trump's reelection. And yes, it will. And
even if he's in jail, people will just write his name in. He'll be the first president ever to be elected just by write-ins.
I already know that I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, but if this happens, I'm going to vote for him even harder. I'm not even sure what that would entail, but I'm gonna more aggressively put the check next to his name. And Elon Musk says, if this happens, Trump will be reelected in a landslide victory. And I think that Elon Musk is quite correct about this.
Elon Musk has like 219,000 likes. So, yeah.
No, he has 219,000 likes. Yeah. So there's a lot of people who agree with Elon on this point. So
219,000 likes to 19,000 comments, like that's a hell of a fucking ratio.
Yeah, that's a pretty good ratio, given my understanding of how Twitter works. That's a lot of agreement there. So there is that. By the way, that's something that I've never understood about Twitter. For some reason, if someone comments on your post that is meant to be like a dislike, but
yeah, because they don't have like explicit thumbs down or dislikes listed. So if you see like 200,000 comments but only like 10,000 likes, you know something weird has happened.
Well, but like, what if I just like reply to Elon Musk and I say I agree? Like that counts as a comment. I'm still agreeing with it.
Well, if you agreed, you would have also liked it.
Okay, I see. Right. I understand. But
if you disagree, you're not going to even hit the like button.
Right. Breaker is on Twitter. I am not on Breaker. I'm not on Twitter.
I would certainly hope not, because of reasons that will become evident after the show.
But
yeah, there's a lot of things you're not on. We're gonna have to discuss that after the show.
Okay, yeah. All right. No, I'm not on Twitter. Breaker is on Twitter. But one day, Breaker will feel confident enough to post his Twitter on the show so that you can know what his Twitter handle is. But as of right now, he doesn't feel that confident about the strength of his Twitter channel. So we won't be revealing that just yet. But maybe one day soon. That would be really interesting.
Possibility.
And that's all the things that I have. I think this might be kind of a shorter episode. But those are all the things. I don't have anything else. We could get into a discussion about axiology versus metaphysics and what is more basal. We could have that discussion here if you wanted to fill up some time, but it's probably better for another evening. But
Axiology versus metaphysics, you say?
that's right. And we don't have to have the discussion tonight, but we could. But I will tell everyone that I am extremely confident that metaphysics is something that exists on top of axiology, and it's not nearly as real as axiology is. And my evidence for that is that, you ever felt hungry? Yeah, sometimes people
I
feel
have.
hungry. Yeah. So that is axiology, and hunger comes before your weird ideas about how God works. So I will leave it at that. It's a very complex discussion.
Well, now that you've said that, I have
boy.
to wonder. It's like, speaking of the whole Twitter thing, I just sent you a DM of one of my tweets. Now, I will leave it into your full discretion after reading the tweet, and I imagine you're probably going to comprehend what I'm saying really quickly, and I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to put it on the show, and we'll find out.
That's probably it's borderline. I think it might be just a little bit too spicy.
Yeah, that's why my Twitter never appears on the show.
I guess no one will ever know what you sent me, and that will just be that. But maybe sometime in the future, if you come back and watch the show again, maybe we'll put it up.
Maybe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Rumble. And every time you ring the bell or rumble the rumble or whatever the fuck Rumble has, every time you hit that bell, General Chief gets hopefully closer to accomplishing the fucking goal he was supposed to do that we're going to have a very long discussion about after the show, if you know what I mean. But with that, I think it's time to bring it to a close.
All right. It was a shorter episode, everyone, but with that, peace out.